All right, as we've been discussing, this Russia bounty story, it was a huge part of Biden's narrative during the campaign that he ran on. And then the White House, when asked today, said this. Listen.
Given that assessment, does the president have any regrets for how many times he attacked President Trump on the campaign about this issue for not taking action related to the Russian bounties?
Well, I'm not going to speak to the previous administration, but I will say that we had enough concern about these reports and about the targeting of our men and women serving, the men and women who are proudly serving around the world, that we wanted our intelligence community to look into it.
So she's pretty much standing up to the story, even though it was very untrue. Do you feel like the administration should be apologizing in some regard?
Oh, absolutely, Lindsay. She makes it sound very noble, but it's grotesque. It was a lie. And the notion, even as you said, the Daily Beast points or suggests, well, it may possibly be untrue. This was published by major media across the landscape. And they reported it as if there really was very little doubt about it, that intelligence sources were saying. And then Biden doubled down. He used this repeatedly. He didn't say, look, we have to, no note of caution. President Trump called it a hoax at the time, and he was pilloried by media for doing that. So yes, indeed, just like any other number of countless occasions where President Trump said something that media, contrary to media lies. We had 4 years of uninterrupted media lies, starting from the moment after he was inaugurated with the fake fraudulent Steele dossier, the rumor that Don Jr. had access to WikiLeaks documents, on and on with Russia disinformation. It never stopped. The Hunter Biden laptop story on the eve of the election being Russian disinformation. All the way to the end. In fact, after the Secretary of State of Georgia find the fraud call, that was another lie. It was one lie after another. And they don't have the decency even to acknowledge and apologize, as you suggest.
Yeah, well, Congressman, let me put this in context, because what you're saying is exactly right. Let me play you a little of what some of the media coverage was like at the time.
In our Worldly Today, President Trump dismissing the Russian bounty intelligence story as a hoax meant to damage him and Republicans. The president often touts his relationship with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin.
The White House also responding tonight to a bombshell report accusing Russia of offering bounties to the Taliban to kill American soldiers in Afghanistan.
And now you know from this reporting in the New York Times, which has since been confirmed by the Wall Street Journal, that not only does the president know that Russia was paying for American soldiers' deaths.
Congressman, what do you think? Do you think there's an odd that Jake Tapper, Rachel Maddow, et cetera, are going to say, hey, we made a mistake, that story was not true tonight? Should we expect that?
You know, Sean, you know this better than anybody. You said at the beginning, they say, my bad. Well, I know it was a figure of speech. They never say my bad. They never take responsibility for the harm that they've done. In fact, what I confront on the Antitrust Committee of the Judiciary Committee in the House is Democrats constantly. They want to get more control over over tech companies, so that they say they want to clamp down on disinformation. Their media are the disinformation. They want to make sure we can't get any other information other than their lies. And they never apologize, and they never back down.
Before we let you go, Congressman, Nancy Pelosi today switched gears a little bit about court packing, saying that as America is growing, perhaps that there might be a necessity to expand the size of the court. This comes after just yesterday she was saying that she didn't agree with it, wasn't going to bring this bill to the floor that was proposed yesterday. How do you take what she's saying now and kind of switching gears?
Look, it's yet another signal, if we needed one, that the fringe of the Democratic Party is solidly in control of all policy. When we outed this plan, and Jim Jordan and I and other Republicans on the Judiciary Committee outed them a day ahead of their announcement at a marathon meeting Thursday evening. Wednesday evening. They were defensive about it. They couldn't believe that we knew what they were going to do. But they were in the middle of a hearing on reparations when the idea came out they were going to court pack. Nancy Pelosi is not able to control their leftward drive. They will do anything to transform America, and the people out there need to understand that.
That's right.
Congressman, thanks so much for being here. Sorry that we're out of time. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, guys.